Welcome back to the Cannabis Podcast, and today I really want to talk about hemp versus trees. Now, this may not be something you ever think about or even consider, but let me propose something to you. Every time people say, let's plant some trees, plant a tree to save the world and carbon capture and all that stuff, do you know that hemp is more effective than a tree? Well, you're about to find out. Hemp, more effective than trees at sequestering carbon, says a Cambridge researcher. Hemp can capture atmospheric carbon twice as effectively as forests while providing carbon-negative biomaterials for architects and designers, according to Cambridge University researcher Darshil Shah. Numerous studies estimate that hemp is one of the best CO2 to biomass converters. The senior researcher at the Center for National Material Innovation at Cambridge. Now, this article is from 2021, so just want to let you know it's dated, but they've known this. It's even more effective than trees. Industrial hemp absorbs between 8 to 15 tons of CO2 per hectare of cultivation. In comparison, forests typically capture 2 to 6 tons of CO2 per hectare per year, depending on the number of years of growth, the climatic region, the type of trees, etc. So industrial hemp absorbs between 8 to 15 tons, and a forest, not just one tree, a forest captures 2 to 6 tons. So industrial hemp is twice or 4 times almost, 2 to 4, a lot more effective than trees. And you can grow more in a shorter period of time. Carbon-negative bioplastics and construction materials made from the plant can be used to replace fiberglass composites, aluminum, and other materials in a range of applications. The Center for Natural Material Innovation, part of Cambridge University's Department of Architecture, conducts research into biomaterials in order to transform the way we build to achieve zero carbon emissions. So that would be called Hempcrete. They're doing research on Hempcrete. Shaw's work covers engineered wood, bamboo, and natural fiber composites as well as hemp, which he described as a multi-purpose crop that offers materials and resources in multiple forms. Hemp, or industrial hemp, is a variety of cannabis, but contains very low levels of psychoactive compound THC, compared to marijuana, which is another variety. The fast-growing plant has been grown for thousands of years for its fibers, which go all the way back to East, West, us, our government. We've done videos on this. We're going to do more in the future, but this is about hemp versus trees. Today, it is increasingly being used to make bioplastics, construction materials, and biofuels, as well as products containing CBD. The strong, stiff fibers from the form outside of the stem can be used to produce bioplastic products, including automotive parts and even wind turbine blades and cladding panels. Now, if you've been following us or if you're new, go check out our video on Henry Ford's hemp car. That will add more credibility to this statement. With the hemp bioplastic, we find that there are a suitable alternative to aluminum, butadiene plastic, and galvanized steel panels requiring only 15 to 16% of the energy in its production. So it's a no-brainer. The shives, which are the woody inner part of the stem, can be used to make Hempcrete, a non-load-bearing wall infill and insulation material, which we're going to do a deep dive into Hempcrete in another video, so stay tuned for that. Shah pointed out that in contrast to conventional agriculture, which emits large amounts of carbon, hemp farms do the opposite. Agricultural land in the UK, on average, emits around 3 tons of CO2 per hectare per year. Hemp offers an incredible scope to grow a better future. In addition, hemp produces more usable fibers per hectare than forestry. We can produce bioplastics that can replace fiberglass composites. Shah recently collaborated with filmmaker Steve Barron, who has converted the 53-acre farm in Cambridgeshire to hemp production and used the crop to build his own house. The farm grows industrial hemp organically, which further reduces emissions compared to conventional agriculture, where between 30 and 40% emissions come from fertilizers and pesticides. So growing with Hempcrete is also more effective. So it's a multi-bottom dollar compounded interest benefit, ROI, all the above. Shah is working with the farm to develop new carbon negative, not just carbon neutral, carbon negative materials that can be used in manufacturing and construction. Using 100% biomass resins, we can produce bioplastics that can replace fiberglass composites. We can use the wealth of textile science knowledge that humans have gathered over thousands of years to produce a range of textile fiber composites with properties suitable for non-structural products. He also added that the plant has potential to help solve a wide variety of issues. Well, we all know that. Hemp's a terrific crop that enables us to tackle a human-generated environmental problem, air, soil, and water, for example, whilst being productive and offering us food, medicine, and materials. So it's a superfood. It's a carbon-negative superfood that can do everything. And it takes in all the CO2 that you produce in all the other industries that we use in our life. So if you grow organically hemp, you grow organic hemp, you grow organic cannabis, you use it for carbon capture, and you also use it at Hempcrete, and then you build hemp cars, oh my gosh, looks like we just solved global warming. Now, you didn't solve climate change because that's, who knows about that, but you're doing the best you can. I mean, imagine tall buildings in New York growing hemp or cannabis, which they already are, taking in that CO2, getting money for the green carbon credits. You're also growing hemp that takes in 4 times the amount of CO2 that a tree does in a quarter of the time. What are we even talking about here? This is a no-brainer. Let's do it. So check out the articles. This is from 2021. I'll pin all the links for you. Go check them out yourself. And hey, filmmaker and hemp farmer Steve Barron, what's going on? Hit me up. I'd love to come out and talk to you. Till next time, stay blessed, and don't forget to tip your bud tenders.